This is Charlie Castlen, Davis County Judge Executive. I'm at Panther Creek Park, and I'm standing here with Fire Inspector Keith Hurm. And Keith, we're expecting a lot of rain, and if you would just talk to the folks a little bit.
Good afternoon, Keith with Davis County Fire Department, Inspector Investigator. I want to talk a little bit about what we're expecting and put this in perspective. 1997 comes to mind. A lot of people think about that. I remember that vividly. We had 12 inches of rain over 3 days, and this event is looking very similar to that. I don't want to say it's going to be the same, but we could expect something like that. So if you live in an area, and I'm thinking of Philpott where I'm from, if you live in the Philpott, the Maceo area where headwater is a problem, now's the time to make a plan and get out before it becomes something you have to react to. Be proactive rather than reactive. Move any type of material you need to move to higher ground, and of course have your home ready. Sandbagging is something that's ongoing here. Again, remember, if there are barricades put up on the roadway, you don't want to drive around those barricades. I did a little research this morning. Over 80% of the deaths in floodwaters is due to driving on roadways that have been washed out or flooded. More than you really realize, and it doesn't take a lot of water to move a car. About 6 inches of water moving rapidly will move a car, and the next thing you know, you're off in a ditch. In '97, we did have some deaths in our area. We had some out in the Stanley area, so be very mindful that if we do have this significant flooding that the Weather Service is speaking about, be ready to react and make yourself safe. Again, we always say, turn around, don't drown, and that's very vital and important to remember that.
Thank you for ending with that, Keith, because that was one of the things I wanted to make sure we said, and I'm going to repeat it again. Turn around, don't drown. You know, there's nothing that is so urgent that you, and we've had in the last couple of high water events that we've had, even recently in the last month, we've had water rescues that have had to be conducted because individuals drove around the road closed signs. Those road closed signs apply to every driver. You're not exempted just because you can drive around it, because you're going to get in the water, you're going to call, and then not only do you put yourself at risk, you put our first responders at risk, needlessly at risk. And I do know that there's a couple people that had to be rescued, did in fact get citations from deputies who were on the scene as well. Be safe, people.